So Google is demanding $38,576 in attorney's fees from Young Pharaoh. So how did it get to this point? So back on June 9th of 2020, Young Pharaoh made a video titled "YouTube illegally removed my viral video, which did 1 million views. Who wants to help me sue?" The video was eventually deleted. In that video, he claimed that YouTube was unjustly removing his videos and stealing his super chat earnings. Therefore, he would be pursuing a lawsuit against YouTube. He stated that the lawsuit would cost $1 million and asked his supporters for assistance.
YouTube shadow bans me. YouTube demonetizes me. It demonetized me all last year for no reason, never gave me an excuse. YouTube has probably deleted over 15 videos of mine without warning me, without giving me strikes or anything. Those of you who follow me on Twitter, you know I post all my screenshots. I keep all my receipts. YouTube has literally taken down 7 videos within the last 30 days off this channel alone. But YouTube took them down off of YouTube. YouTube has been going through my entire Deep State Exposed playlist and removing video after video after video after video. Also, pays conscious content creators or real journalists, content creators less than it pays other content creators, right? So I got to build this up before I get into how this led to my 1 million view video getting taken down, right? Now I blurred out my money because I don't want y'all in my business. It's only right. But I want to show y'all how dirty YouTube does me, right? And for those of you who know me, you know that I don't make money off of YouTube, really. This picture, I literally just took this picture right now before I went live. Now look at my stats. I did over 130,000 new subscribers in less than 30 days. My views are up 99%. My watch time is up 72%, but yet my revenue is going down. How is my revenue going down if my views are up 99%? My subscriber count is astronomical. There is no other YouTuber doing the numbers that I am doing. How is YouTube giving me $14 for a video? Because I've documented everything I went through with YouTube, and it's all going to that attorney that I'm talking to straight up. Now it's time to sue YouTube, right? Now here's where I need y'all help. And I told y'all if I need y'all help, I'm going to ask. I'm not a beggar. I don't do that. But I'm not a rich balling YouTuber because YouTube doesn't pay me the way it should. So I have to make my money off of YouTube, which I'm going to do regardless. So we're going to go half and half. Now we want to take this to the Supreme Court. The attorney I talked to is one of the top attorneys. This is not no little person attorney. It's literally the best person for the job you can go get. They want a bag. They want a big bag, okay? Because it's got to go to the Supreme Court and they got to do the work. Now, I don't want to put y'all in our business, okay? But I'm gonna just keep it 1,000 with y'all, okay? A team was being put together, and apparently some of the teams, some of the people didn't want to be involved with the only black guy on the team, the only black guy whose argument would be involved going to the Supreme Court. So what's happening now is my attorney is going to have to do a tremendous amount of work by themselves, okay? Because the rest of the team jumped ship because they don't want to represent my argument. I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna name drop. I'm not trying to be beefing with nobody. It is what it is. But I'm just gonna be honest with y'all, okay? I have been told by legal counsel I have the strongest argument they've ever seen. And everything that happens to me factually, and I prove it. I'm not just saying it. The second thing which makes this so powerful is everybody can see it. Everybody can literally see what's happening to me, and it's not like I'm just making it up. So I'm gonna let y'all know we talking about a million. Yes, a big million. And like I said, but I'm not broke. But I'm not a millionaire. So what we're gonna do is, if I gotta work extra hard to constantly come up with this bag for this lawsuit, I'm gonna do that by myself regardless. So I'm really offering your cooperation, but I'm not soliciting it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not soliciting it. But please stop donating to the YouTube chat. That's another thing I want to say. YouTube is still in this money. I'm not getting this money. YouTube is still in the chat money. So that's gonna be in the lawsuit.
After releasing that video, Young Pharaoh launched a campaign on the crowdfunding platform Fundly. This Fundly campaign is still active, and as of the making of this video has raised $96,270. Young Pharaoh then made a follow-up video titled, "I have successfully filed my lawsuit against YouTube." In that video, he showed a wire transfer for $100,000. However, because parts of the transaction were omitted, it was unclear to whom the funds would be going to.
Where your donation money went, etc. So that I have proof that I'm a man of my word and I did what I said I was gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna show my receipts. For those of you who because I like to keep my receipts. Okay, I like to keep my receipts. I don't like lawsuit. The YouTube lawsuit fundraiser Okay, the number has increased. It was not all the way here where it is now. I think it was at like 84,000 or something like that. So it's increased a little bit. Yeah, let's share the screen, okay? Now I etched out, I sketched out and scribbled out certain information for a reason. I didn't finesse. I didn't scam nobody. I didn't put this money in my pocket. It's all going to this lawsuit.
As of today, Young Pharaoh has never provided a receipt showing the exact cost of the lawsuit. It never fails to amaze me that individuals have no problem soliciting the public for money and sharing information prior to getting the money. However, once they receive the money, everything becomes secretive. A lawsuit was officially filed on July 14th of 2020. Marshall Daniels, also known as Young Pharaoh, versus Alphabet Inc., a Delaware corporation, Google LLC, a Delaware limited liability company, YouTube LLC. And there are 9 complaints, some of which includes violation of free speech, conversion, unjust enrichment, breach of contract, and wire fraud. The gist of the complaint is that YouTube deleted 2 of Young Pharaoh's videos, which he believes was an effort to violate his First Amendment rights. The video in question was titled Fauci Silenced Dr. Judy Mikovits from Warning the American Public, which addressed political and scientific issues related to vaccination and CV-19. The second video in question is George Floyd, Riots and Anonymous Exposed as Deep State PSYOP for NWO. Also, that YouTube has shadow banned him and demonetized his content, in addition to withholding money he earned via super chats. There are parts of the lawsuit that reads like one of Young Pharaoh's videos. For instance, one of the claims presented in the complaint is that YouTube acted on behalf of the government. YouTube was encouraged or threatened by influential government officials, including Representative Adam Schiff and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, to remove his videos and the videos of other YouTube content creators who expressed similar views. So what was Young Pharaoh requesting? And what did he hope to achieve by filing this lawsuit? Based on the complaint, he wanted the court to declare that YouTube violated his First Amendment rights, to award him damages for the loss of his constitutional rights and also for the contract claims. Also, since he believes this is a civil rights matter, he was asking for his attorney fees, costs, and expenses to be covered. So how much is he seeking in damages? What is the monetary amount he's asking for? Based on the civil cover sheet, he's demanding $1 million. On August 20th of 2020, Google filed a motion to dismiss, defendant's notice of motion and motion to dismiss. And in that motion, they highlighted some of the things Young Pharaoh said that led to his videos being removed from YouTube. Plaintiff Marshall Daniels filed this lawsuit to challenge YouTube's decision to remove 2 of his videos and limit his ability to monetize videos on his YouTube channel. In the first removed video, plaintiff described vaccines as dangerous concoctions made from rat brains, asserts that HIV is a biologically engineered terroristic weapon, and claims that Anthony Fauci has been murdering MFers and causing medical illnesses since the 1980s. In the second, plaintiff claims that CV-19 pandemic and George Floyd's killing were covert operations orchestrated by the Freemason in furtherance of a new world order. Among other things, the plaintiff labels Freemason the enemy of the people, asserts that Barack Obama, I'm not even going to say that, children in the White House, and threatens to whoop your ass if I catch you talking shit about Trump. When it removed these videos, YouTube explained that they violated its community guidelines, including its policy on harassment and bullying. There was some back and forth between both sides, and on March 31st of 2021, there was an order on the motion to dismiss that was filed by Google. Order granting motion to dismiss with leave to amend. The court granted Google's motion to dismiss the claims. However, the court did give Young Pharaoh the option to file an amended complaint on the breach of contract claim. Young Pharaoh filed an amended complaint on April 14, 2021 for the breach of contract claim. On April 27th of 2021, Google filed a motion to dismiss the amended complaint. Then on May 11th of 2021, Young Pharaoh followed up with a motion on why the court should deny Google's motion to dismiss the first amended complaint. On May 18th of 2021, Google responded to that motion. Then on July 8th of 2021, there was an order on the motion to dismiss the first amended complaint. Order granting motion to dismiss first amended complaint. As Mr. Daniels does not suggest there is any respect in which he could further amend his complaint to state a claim for breach of contract, the court grants defendant's motion to dismiss the first amended complaint with prejudice and defendant's motion to strike. There was also an order on July 8 of 2021. On July 8 of 2021, the court granted defendants Alphabet Inc., Google LLC, and YouTube LLC motion to dismiss without leave to amend plaintiff Marshall Daniels' first amended complaint for a breach of contract and motion to strike all remaining claims, which were previously dismissed without leave to amend pursuant to Rule 58 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. The court enters judgment in favor of Alphabet, Google, and YouTube, and against Mr. Daniels. The clerk of court shall close this file in this matter. It is so ordered. So Google was able to produce a plausible defense and have all Young Pharaoh's claims against them dismissed. However, the lawsuit was not over. On July 22nd of 2021, Google filed a motion for attorney fees. Defendant's notice of motion and motion for attorney fees. Plaintiff brought a Section 1983 claim against Google for an alleged First Amendment violation committed by a private company on the theory that YouTube was supposedly acting at the behest of individual members of the federal government. This court recognized that this claim was baseless and dismissed it with prejudice. As the prevailing defendants on a groundless 1983 claim, defendants are entitled to recover a reasonable attorney's fee as part of the cost, and the amount they are demanding in attorney's fees is $38,576. Defendants respectfully request that the court award defendants $38,576 in attorney's fees incurred in defending against plaintiff's Section 1983 claim. $38,576 is 20% of Google's overall attorney's fee. So if we do the math, or we can just look at the documents Google submitted to the court, the lawsuit cost them $192,880. On July 27 of 2021, Young Pharaoh filed an appeal with the Ninth Circuit Court. I don't recall Young Pharaoh giving an update on the lawsuit since it was filed back in July of 2022. However, during Tasha K's interview with Young Pharaoh, Tasha K asked what happened to the money the viewers donated to sue YouTube. Young Pharaoh briefly spoke about the lawsuit, and he mentioned the lawsuit going to the Ninth Circuit Court.
What happened to the money that the viewers donated
My
to help
attorney,
you to sue YouTube?
my lawsuit is in. Attorney got it.
Wasn't the lawsuit dismissed?
It's finna go to the what is it, Ninth Division, Ninth Circuit Supreme Court, something like that.
What about the Sandra Bland?
And we expect, let me
donation?
say this, we expected it to be dismissed because the lawyer is a Jew. I mean, the judge is a Jew. So we expected it to be dismissed to go to a higher circuit court.
On August 4th of 2021, Young Pharaoh filed a motion requesting that the court denies Google's motion for attorney fees. Google responded to that motion on August 12th of 2021. And on September 9th, there was an order on the motion for attorney fees. Order deferring ruling on defendant's motion for attorney fees. In that order, the judge stated a ruling on Google's attorney's fee motion will be deferred until after there is a resolution on the appeal pending with the Ninth Circuit Court. The order also stated that within 14 days of the Ninth Circuit Court decision, the parties will tell the court if they wanted to submit more information on the attorney fees motion and if they wanted a hearing. The court will decide whether to allow further briefing and or a hearing after receiving the parties' combined submission. On January 13th of 2022, there was an order. The order outlined that Young Pharaoh's counsel failed to file the opening brief. Therefore, the appeal was dismissed for failure to prosecute. Now, this is intriguing, given that Young Pharaoh and his legal team have been putting up a fight up to this point. Therefore, it is quite odd that they would file an appeal with the Ninth Circuit Court after losing in federal court, only to have it dismissed because his counsel failed to file an opening brief. There is a factor to consider. During this period, young Pharaoh and the mother of his child were involved in a great deal of turmoil, which ultimately led to his arrest. During his arraignment hearing, he stated that he was unable to afford the attorney who was defending him in that case.
Good morning, Mr. Daniels.
How you doing, man?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. You're before the court to address initially, it looks like Ms. Tiffany Hill, you hired her to represent you. She has filed a motion to withdraw. Were you aware of this, sir?
Yeah, I believe so. My issue was I couldn't afford the price that she wanted me to hire her at, I believe, which was $7,500. I couldn't afford it at the time to be taking a financial hit for my business.
So, if your financial situation is what poses the hardship, would you like to apply for an appointed attorney to see if you qualify?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So given that, I will sign your motion to withdraw, Ms. Hill, and we'll make sure that a financial affidavit, you get to fill out one. All right, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Since then, it appears that young Pharaoh has been on a downward spiral, so one can only speculate whether these circumstances had any bearing on what transpired with their appeal. On January 24th, there was a joint status report. Both parties, Google and Young Pharaoh, filed a joint status report informing the court that the Ninth Circuit Court dismissed the appeal for failure to prosecute because no opening brief was filed. In addition, they did not desire to provide any further information on Google's motion for attorney's fee. The parties also stated that they did not want a hearing on this motion. Ultimately, the parties requested that Google's motion for attorney fees be deemed to have been submitted on papers. Both parties have essentially asked the court to rule on Google's motion for attorney fees without holding a hearing. So whether Google will prevail and receive $38,576 in attorney's fees is now in the hands of the courts. So let me know in the comment section what you think about all of this. Do you think Google will get their attorney fees? Also, do you think that when individuals ask the public for money to help them with something, in this case to help them pay for a lawsuit, do you think they have a responsibility to keep the public informed? Let me know what you think.